Hello everyone, welcome to another unboxing. Uh, we're opening Acquire, and I believe this is the 10th anniversary edition uh, by Renegade Games. Let's see what's inside, shall we? So, Acquire is surprisingly a very old game. Um, I have a copy. We have a copy of the first bookshelf edition of this game, which was I don't even know. I want to say like the 60s, maybe. Um, I got it from my grandparents. Um, but they've had many a printing since then. Some with low quality components, some with high quality components, and some with components that are not ideal, but they're good. Um, so yeah, let's see. Well, I like this board. As I mentioned, some with low quality, which I think that one just has like a board with a grid on it. Um, and then I know there's one that it's nice, plastic like this, but they used a really weird font and kind of hard to read sometimes. Um, but I like how they used black and white, very high contrast, easily to distinguish what each of the spots are. As you see, it's just a grid with letters and numbers. Um, anyway, let's see what else. We have, like these are player aids. Let's see. I have tools. Let's see if I can use them without destroying the game, because that would be really bad. Maybe if I just wedge this right between. Yeah. And then I can just use my fingers to try. Nope. That was silly. There we go. There we go. Got it. Some very thick cardboard player aids, it looks like. And then they have like the tycoon mode. That's new. And then classic mode. Interesting. Or maybe they're not new. I see, I see. So, for those who are wondering and have played this game, so classic mode in the original concept, there's a primary and secondary payout for stocks, because this is you're building corporations and then buying stock and getting money. Whoever has the most stock gets paid out. The second most gets a little bit less situation, and then it tells you I guess the size, how big the corporation is, based on tiles on the board. Um, and then the tycoon mode, which they've introduced, I don't even remember how many printings ago, but more of their modern printings, they added a tertiary payout to the game. So that's at least the difference comparatively to classic. It looks like the tertiary became what used to be secondary, and there's a middle ground in between. At least for some of these, yeah. 2000, 1000, and then the new tycoon mode is 150 or 1500 and 1000. So yeah, so we have player aids for that. Of course, advertisements for Renegade's other stuff. The rulebook, which is 14 pages. Not too bad, not too bad. It's also like half size of the box comparatively, so I don't think that's too bad. Money, of course, a very traditional thing in board games is, or at least financially based games like stock markets or Monopoly. Here's your classic one. Looks like paper money. I know a lot of friends who have this game who will usually bring a set of poker chips to replace the money. Because who likes fiddling around with paper money? That, yeah, when poker chips, especially when they, click and clack together, it's just, I think poker chips are satisfying replacement for currency in board gaming. But yep, they stuck with classic monies. I mean, it's fair. It's your pretty standard thing to do. Oh, I didn't even go. We have 100, 500, 1,000, and 5,000. Those are your values. We have these guys, which look like the stock cards for the companies. Really? Yep. Hate shrink wrap. Never liked, never realized how much I hate shrink wrap until I started doing board gaming all the time and unboxing these things. But it's just a small obstacle in life. So the these are very thin cards. Interesting. I mean, they're not entirely horrible. There's definitely a linen finish to them, so that's nice. But they do still feels like super thin. But yeah, you have your companies. The American company, the Continental. We have Festival. That's interesting. Yes, and also with history of this game, with each printing, the name of these companies have changed. That they use. Imperial. And let's see what other companies are involved in this game. As I mentioned, with company names changing, which is kind of funny, because that's kind of what happens in this game. Is company, like, company makes up a set of tiles, another company makes up a set of tiles, then a player plays a tile in between. It's like, okay, which one's bigger? The smaller company becomes the bigger company. Saxon. We have Tower. And then we have Worldwide. So we have all the companies. Oh, silly me. Because they're on here. I could have totally just read them off of here. And then, of course, some other stuff going on. So here are the tiles that players will play, because you'll have a hand of them. You play them on the thing. 7, 8, right there. I like the idea of it being raised, so they just kind of sit in place, not going to move around a lot. Also, kind of the reverse contrast, which I like, still legible and readable. So, of course, those are all plastic, pretty good. They feel durable, very Monopoly-like with the insert, spot for money, and then the company pieces. What represents the company on the board? These fancy skyscraper bits, which I'm looking, and this orange one is definitely recognizable. So they've used these, I'm pretty sure these are the same, what you call it, representations that they've had in previous iterations of this game. Because like I said, the orange one is definitely the one that I find most memorable, because it's like this weird cylindrical type thing, but from the aerial view it's asterisk shaped. But yeah, like I said, these are all pretty nice quality, in my opinion. And then you're probably wondering, what's all that orange stuff? These are actually just little flags and stuff to make these a little bit more, I don't know, stand outish enough. To look at the rule book, but yeah, you can see on the instructions it tells you, oh, flag number 3, so whatever one's labeled number 3 will go on the purple. Actually, numbers 1, 2, and 3 will go on the little purple one. I'll do that in my own time. I don't even know if I want to put the flags on, because they're not, all that necessary. And I mean, it's a cool little neon-y orange, but yeah. But anyway, back to this face-to-face. That has been Acquire. I said I think this is the 10th anniversary edition, but it's just like, hey, we included both classic and tycoon mode, and they changed the name of companies and nice boards and stuff. They do, I think, have like a deluxe version of this. I don't know anything about it. I just know it's like their anniversary edition, that has anniversary stuff with it. But anyway, that's been an unboxing of Acquire. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next one. Bye for now.